Welcome to The Screen Queen, the show where I'll be talking about your favorite show or your favorite movie. You'll just have to find out what you're about to know. This is your Screen Queen, your host, Samantha Parrish. Hello there and welcome back to the show. This is your lean, mean, movie-talking machine, Samantha Parrish. And thank you so much for picking this show to listen to. You're amazing and I love you. And I love you even more for the fact that you're here for the grand premiere of my newest spin-off show, Trailer Time. So, what do you watch before a movie? You watch a trailer. Well, in this case, you're listening to a trailer of a current movie before we get to our special presentation of the episode that I'm working on. And this was a completely unexpected idea. I wanted to do something for this show, but I didn't want it to deviate away from what I do for the Screen Queen episodes of analyzing movies and TV shows. But I also wanted to kind of get around to talking about new movies coming up. And sometimes it takes a while to get to those new movies with everything I have planned for the future episodes. And now, I get the best of both worlds with talking about the trailers for upcoming movies. Now, before I get to talk about the trailer, I'm going to let you know how this works. If everyone is familiar with my show, I have a lotto system. There will not be a lotto system for trailer time. I am just going to pick a random trailer from an upcoming movie, and that will be the episode. So you are going to be completely surprised every episode with what new trailer will be talked about on here. So starting off trailer time, I want to talk about a movie that definitely makes you rethink about being a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Of course I'm talking about M3GAN. M3GAN is the most baffling thing I've seen recently for the upcoming movies of 2023. And there are a lot of thoughts I have about this, and I wonder if you all share the same feelings about this film. But if you're not familiar with M3GAN, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little recap. So it starts out with this poor girl that got a bad hand of cards at life, and she lost both her parents, and her aunt has taken her in, and luckily, plot convenience, her aunt just happens to make these robot girls and has made the perfect robot for her orphaned niece. Something, I should say, that will protect her, be her best friend, and do everything to keep her safe and happy. And as it turns out, the robot takes its job a little bit too seriously, and a body count starts to rise. That sounds pretty scary, but here's the thing. My first thoughts on it, the trailer doesn't seem scary to me. It could be for the fact that I'm numb to horror movies at this point, so anything that happens, I just feel like I know the formula of, oh, we're supposed to be scared about this, oh, this is our threat, but really, looking at M3GAN, she doesn't look scary. She just looks like a porcelain doll, and porcelain dolls are terrifying, and yet she's not. A lot of her mannerisms don't really scream to be scary. And I feel like that's a lost opportunity because dolls are terrifying. From Chucky to Puppet Master to, what's another famous creepy doll that we all know and hate? I think I should know. Pinocchio. Let's just throw Pinocchio out there. Pinocchio can be pretty damn well scary. Annabelle. There's another one, even though she's actually real. Still. And with the mention of the creepy dolls, we've also had the creepy robots. We've had Ex Machina. And we've had the recent remake of Child's Play. And this should be great, but honestly, it's not. It's a harsh criticism from something that isn't even out yet until tomorrow, but it's not scary. M3GAN should be scary because it's a robot saying things that a teenage girl would say, and that could have had the potential to be terrifying, but just comes across as stale and kind of funny. There's so much missed opportunity with this, but I feel like the fault I have with this is that they made it too modernized. I mean, it's a modern movie, it's going to have to be modernized. But look at the trailer. Her movements are hysterical. I laughed during the trailer where one of the people working with Allison Williams' character sees M3GAN at the end of the hall, and M3GAN just starts dancing, and I'm like, oh my god, it's TikTok the movie. That's what everyone's gonna watch. I couldn't believe that's what they went with, was to make this doll dance as kind of like the terrifying trump card of what's gonna make this be the threat factor. Again, missed opportunity. It would make me feel better if this was just a comedy movie, because there's nothing scary about it. And it's sad because Allison Williams is in this. Allison Williams has been gracing our screens since 2017 when she was in Get Out. I mean, she was the scariest thing in Get Out. That's pretty bad that the person who terrified an audience back in 2017 is our kind of one of our heroines, and now she is surrounded around the horror, and it's just, it makes me hate it for her, because it's a waste of a perfectly good Allison Williams. She's amazing in horror movies, from Get Out, The Perfection, and this movie would have solidified her as a scream queen. It takes 3 movies for an actress to be qualified as a scream queen, and I don't think this movie is gonna do it. I feel bad that I'm ragging on this movie hard, but I don't really know what it's going to be looking like when this movie comes out tomorrow. I have a hypothesis that this is going to get like probably around 6 stars to be likable enough, but not be memorable enough. Because again, it wasted a lot of opportunities to do something. It's taking the premise of a doll protector, and it kind of feels like we've seen this movie before. And it just doesn't really make M3GAN scary. It feels very predictable. However, for a positive point I can say with M3GAN is, we don't get a lot of stories based around creepy dolls or creepy robots these days, so M3GAN is trying to breathe new life into a type of horror story that we don't really get too much of these days. There are many horror tropes that have been beaten to death, and they keep doing them, that even though, yeah, there could have been a little bit more work here, at least it's something fresh and new to an old horror trope of the crazy doll. Or really, I should say the crazy robot doll. I don't know, it's got 2 birds, 1 bird feeder. 1 crazy doll, 1 crazy robot. I don't know what it's going to look like for M3GAN. We'll just all have to find out when it comes out. And that's all the thoughts I have about M3GAN. Definitely let me know your thoughts about the movie if you're planning on going to go see it. I'm definitely not going to go see it in theaters. I'm going to wait until it hits streaming services, and I'm going to make fun of it in the privacy of my own home, where I have locks. Oh, goodness. Well, thank you so much for listening to the first episode of Trailer Time. Next up is your Screen Queen presentation of Copland. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day. Bye-bye!